Over the last 150 years, there has been a decline in tree diversity along the Midwest Midas rivers as hardwood trees such as oaks, hickories, and pecan trees have been depleted for fuel and building materials and by flooding and disease. www.livinglandsandwaters.org Million Trees Project. I myself have worked in the river industry for the last 12 years and have noticed a considerable impact of how the waters erode our shoreline on the inland waterways. Due to the lack of hardwood native trees to protect the shoreline, there has been a loss not only of the trees being swept away by raging waters, but also a loss in the vegetation surrounding the trees. Not to mention the impact this has caused on the wildlife, as birds, squirrels, insects, and many other types of animals depend on the trees and vegetation for survival and protection. More and more people are developing near the shorelines of our rivers. They build homes, businesses, and develop farmland. With this development, they do not want an obstructed view of the river or anything that may prevent them from farming the land and proceed to deplete any trees or vegetation that may impact their way of life. They look at it as the rest of us do. It's just a location. They want to be on the river, so whatever's in their way, they're going to move it. And for most of us, they don't replace it. Not only are the native trees and plants disappearing, but they are also being replaced with non-native oriental trees and plants that do not support the local native ecosystem. They do not support animals such as the birds, caterpillars, squirrels, moths, and butterflies, and they do not support our need for a healthier environment. Plants and insects coexist with each other, and insects have evolved with their native plants as they are only able to eat a particular group of plants. These insects can only eat the plant that they have co-evolved with because plants use nasty chemicals as a defense mechanism against other insects that keep them from eating them completely. The human-dominated landscape no longer supports functioning ecosystem, and the remaining isolated natural areas are not large enough to support the wildlife. www.audubon.org Why Native Plants Matter. So what needs to be done to solve this problem? The Million Trees Project will only plant trees that produce fruits and nuts so that ducks, songbirds, squirrels, wild turkeys, and the like have a viable food source. www.livinglandsandwaters.org Million Trees Project. I myself have joined this project. Last year alone, I planted over 13 oak saplings. Spread them out throughout my whole yard, used them as a barrier, almost used them as a fence surrounding my entire property. You know, they put off the colors. You know, you got your greens, your yellows, your reds, your oranges. You know, these oak saplings are very vibrant. You know, they're very beautiful. They change with the colors of the season. It's a very, very good project to be part of. So what exactly are the benefits of planting native trees, you ask? For one, low maintenance. Native plants and trees are established. They literally take care of themselves. Native plants and trees evolved to survive on their own without any human care. Their beauty. Not only do plants have beautiful flowers, but so do the flowering trees. Some even produce multiple different variations of flowers within a season. Most native trees transform colors from one season to the next with their vibrant colors, as mentioned before. As well as helping the climate, most native trees store the greenhouse gas carbon dioxide and purify the air to help us breathe a little easier. They also conserve water. Native plants have adapted to their natural environmental conditions, which in turn they require far less water to survive. Once again, less human effort. They support wildlife. There are various different species of animals that benefit from their native trees and plants, from the protection, shelter that they provide, and to the native fruits, nuts, and seeds the plants offer as essential foods for all animals. With a little planting and careful selection of plants, anyone can have a native plant landscape that works in harmony with the environment, provides a haven for native wildlife, and is attractive in most urban settings. ncsu.edu Going Native. Be proactive. Be motivating. Do your part and plant native trees and plants that custom to your area. Go out and create a meadow. Do the research necessary to plant the native trees and plants in your own town, city, region, state, country, wherever you may live. The ecosystem needs you. Not only can you join programs like the Million Trees Project, which I highly recommend, but you can also protect young native saplings